Hi, Tavius here. I just wanted to share a little bit today about a blog I recently wrote here. It's actually on a topic that I feel is really important, and I think that it would be an important thing for everybody available to actually take a look at it, but also go a step further and share it. Let other people see what this is. And the topic is about bullies, and specifically how to recover yourself afterwards. Now, there's a big, long description of the story in there, but the point is that I, as a kid, was very heavily bullied, and I know a lot of other people are either now or have been in the past. And really, the big thing that I've seen is that people just don't really know what to do. They lose all their self-esteem, all their confidence, and it's just like they're totally lost. And I know this could be happening to anybody right now, and sometimes it's big with the kids especially, but it doesn't just stop with kids, and it can actually happen even on into later years. It's one of those things that if you let it happen, it's going to get worse. And the biggest thing I think any of us can do for it is to share the information with others that bullying is just not right. I mean, I've been there, and I'm sure that a lot of you have that are watching this video. Maybe you have just recently. I don't know, but see, I grew up with an alcoholic, abusive stepfather who his kids tried to be just like him, and it made for a really rough childhood. And it was early on in my life, so it made a huge difference for me. And I think it was a big contributing factor to what made it so rough for me later on in my years in school, in later years. And it wasn't until, I was almost a senior before I could finally let all that stuff go. And, even with that, there were still areas of slight confidence issues and things like that. But it is one of those things I think is really important, that you take the time and learn exactly what you can do to regain some of your self-esteem. I mean, there are a lot of people who look at themselves in the mirror and see somebody who's totally worthless, somebody who's not able to be who they want to be. And I think the biggest thing that we really need to take the time to do is, let's start with ourselves, look at ourselves in the mirror and say, I am somebody. I control my life. I am the one who decides what's going on for me. I mean, it starts here with ourselves before we can go anywhere else, but sometimes the bullying, it passes on. So, I mean, if you're bullied as a kid, it may be down the road you may have just developed into somebody who does the bullying yourself and may not even notice it. That's one of those things really to look at is, are you actually being considered as somebody else and how their feelings are? But a little further is, what can you do to help prevent bullying in general? I mean, there are some very good topics that I've got covered in my blog, and I would recommend taking a look at it. There is a link down below that is for how to get directly to the blog I have on bullying. But if you, for some reason, don't see it, you can go to www.whoistavius.com. That's whoistavius.com. Go there. You can find it in my blogs. I've got a lot of blogs there, but there is one specifically about bullying and how to regain your self-esteem. And I think that everybody who's ever been there needs to take a few and really understand, what is it that caused all of these issues that maybe you're having now. I mean, maybe you have absolutely no self-confidence. Maybe you're just lost. Maybe you have kids that are having issues too. I mean, if you're a mother, if you're a father, your kids could be having these issues right now. And it's really important that you share this information, get them informed on what a bully is, and make them realize that they are somebody. Because honestly, people are known to do a lot of really bad things after bullying. Some of the shootings have happened because of bullying, because the people picked up a gun to get back at the people who got them scared. And so they went to take their own revenge on it. I mean, this is not a good thing. And likewise, there's people who, if they don't take other lives, they might take their own because they just feel that they are so worthless, so useless. And the big thing that people need to realize is you are somebody. You are important. And you are worthwhile as a person. There are a lot of people out there who have absolutely no idea what is going on around them. And, you know, some people just don't take any action when they see it. It's like if you see somebody who's crying or distraught because somebody just did something to them, you know, take responsibility. Step up and say, what happened and how can I help? Let them know. And go to my blog. There's a lot of things on how you can regain your own confidence and how you can help them with regaining theirs. It's a very important matter, and it's something that I think everybody needs to step up and take responsibility for. I would share this video, and you know, when you go to the blog, share it on Facebook, share it in forums, share it wherever you can find it, because I think that this blog can help a lot of people gain control over what's going on in the lives of themselves, their kids, and others. I mean, would you want to be the parent of a person who comes home and, you know, you find out 2 days later that they've slashed their wrist because they just can't stand what they'd have to deal with in school? I mean, would that be you? I mean, would you want to be the one who actually had dealt with all that and yourself is facing the decision of doing that? I mean, honestly, take the time, go to the link below, read the blog, share the blog, let people know about it, because honestly, you could save lives by doing this. And it could be somebody you know, or it may be total strangers. What you do today could save somebody you've never even met, but it could save them from doing something really stupid themselves. And it's important that we, as people, take responsibility for ourselves first, and then for our environment and the things around us. I mean, just because there's something bad going on next door or down the road or whatever, if you know about it, do something. If it's talk to somebody who can make a difference. You know, I mean, myself, I, as a kid, had to watch my family getting beat up by this man who was drunk. And, you know, the number of times that I saw my mother sitting there with blood all over her was not a pleasant thing. And, you know, my brother almost killed him. I mean, it would have got him life in jail, but he had a gun against my stepfather to protect us. I mean, you know, that unfortunately meant that my brother ended up going to live with my dad instead of us and our stepfather. And I missed my brother at that point because, you know, it was a long time that I didn't see him. I could occasionally, you know, I talked to him on the phone. But that's not the same thing. But the point is, these are things that can happen when you're dealing with this. I mean, you know, at the same time, if you're bullying or if your kids are bullying, you need to get them to break that too, because the fact is that if they're bullying somebody else, who's to say that that kid that they're bullying doesn't find a way to get their own hands on a gun to kill your own kid? I mean, this is how serious this issue is. It is something that you really need to take a chance and take the time, let people know about it, and, you know, watch the videos that are in my blog. There's 2 of them there that really make a point that I think is very important. And there's a lot of information in that blog on what to do to improve your own self-esteem and your own image. And I think it is vital that everybody knows this, because really people are so often tied up, and maybe they're watching the TV shows that have the same kind of things in them, and they don't even think twice about it. I mean, you know, for myself, I don't even watch regular TV. I watch Netflix and movies occasionally, but the point being that there are shows out there that encourage bad behavior, bullying, and there are other ones that encourage the retribution against this bullying. I mean, is the life of your family, of your children, of your parents, your cousins, anybody, I mean, your friends, is their life important enough for you to share this info? Go to the blog, read it, and share it. Share it, let people know, because it is really important. And, again, or if you can't get to the link below, just go to www.whoistavius and go in there and look for the blog on bullying and regaining your self-esteem. You'll see it. I just want to share this info with as many people as I can, and take the moment and share it with other people, and make sure they know to share it as well. I mean, the more people that see this, the more people that understand just how big of an issue this is. There are anti-bullying groups all over, and you need to take the time and do your part to help stop this. Because if you were a kid, went through the bullying, you may remember some of how awful you felt, how distraught, and how really, I mean, when you wanted to just go hide in a corner because you didn't want to get seen. Whenever people are out there and you don't want to get noticed because if they see you, they're going to poke fun at you and everything else. I mean, the fact is, you are somebody. Your kids are somebody, your parents are somebody, and everybody around, these are all people with a value of their own. It's important that these people know that they are worth something. I mean, now take time with your family. Let them see the videos on this blog. And more than that, I mean, let them know on a regular basis that they matter to you. I mean, the biggest thing you can do to help somebody to overcome this, aside from, showing them the information in this video, is to go through and give them the encouragement and the realization that they mean the world to you, that they are important, and that they do have value. So, again, take a look at the blog, share this video, and like this video, like my blog on Facebook. Make sure that this gets to as many people as possible. Thanks for your time.